Friends, I'm Dr. Shoaib Shahid. Thank you very much for the questions. It helped me, your feedback helped me to get insight from you and reorganize myself for this assignment. It doesn't mean that I know a lot. Well, I have been 55 years in this field uh, as a psychotherapist and exposed to various kind of places also. I have dealt with the handicapped children also who are mature enough, and some of these cases they brought the parent that this boy is not in our control. He get naked and play with the organ and run after the maid servants. What we should do? And his brain is not his control. He was not so in the early stages. Well, please keep in mind, every person has its own world. This is the most complicated computer of the world. So every computer is programmed. In the beginning, there was nothing. There were the experiences, there was a certain situation. We did not sometimes figure out this child is normal or not normal. Is a he has some mental handicap condition, or physiological handicap condition. We take it easy. And sometimes the tragedy is this: we put them in certain kind of condition. There are not mental function is when it's blocked, then they have the reaction. They develop aggressive personality. So I will quote this. I must say case with you. Yeah, I should complete it. What happened? This child he was brought to me and he was having this problem. When I came to know, he was having a mental retardation. But the parent said that he's so simple, then we should put him in the learning of Quran and remembering these things. They put him in that stage of puberty, which I shared with you when he was having this thing. That he was so much crushed that he was very obedient that he has a reaction. Then he becomes so aggressive and he start doing whatever he was told. He used to do it under rigidity, the same thing. What happened that he just starting this thing, and reason was this: if he would have not put in this such kind of situation, his mind would not been in this condition, and he would not have been uh, given too much restriction. Then the things would have been different. Anyhow, he gone through the uh, psychological process of rehabilitation treatment, and certain woman was suggested. She was a bit more mature and more disciplined, that she married, and we have a behavior modification through that child, make him a very productive or simple kind of work. So in short, what I wish to say, even there may be such kind of situation, please never become discouraged. God is great. You have the insight. Try to understand the client, what the reason. If you take a person under confidence, by understanding that person, that become like a baby to you because you listen to him, and then he only follow you because he is my real father, he is real my mother, because give me understand me, loves me, he take care of me, he has a time for me, this and that thing. So a lot of these incident or such kind of incident have been taken with every person one way or the other in life. So a lot of things, people you will say they would be very rigid, they will be very over confidence. It doesn't mean they're overconfident. They are compensating some inferiority complex inside there, some problem. I'm not saying that every person like this. It depends from cases to cases. So in short, what I to say, the other one was this, that he's not going to do anything. He's sitting and they say, what we should do. I say, he is not capable to do anything. I say, I told them he is capable to do anything. Then it is called in psychology, behavior modification under systematic desensitization. We made, I may say, uh, activity chart according to his capacity, keep on bringing up, and then give him some kind of reward according to his needs, his psyche needs. Not you. You should not decide what is. You just study what is his need. When his needs is fulfilled, then he's just like a parrot, and just he is like a dog. How you treat them the tricks and other kind of thing. So I'm not giving that they are like this. I have given you the example. Please, sometime people make certain things just a big issue. Oh, Doctor Saab, you said this and this and that. I have to come to the mental level in order to communicate with you. So your feedback is very important to me. When you, when I told the parent, the mother, you are the responsible for this problem. Why? You overprotected child. Just see, norm is a norm. If you overprotect something, you develop a dependency in other person, and one is dependent on you. And if you overstrict them, they are revolt against you and they are aggressive against you. So you develop a same level communication by coming to the mental level of that concerned person. It is only possible when you really understand what that person is, and then when you understand him and he understands you, then it's a kind of rapport between them. They say, oh, he's a peer, he's a fakir, he did this, he did that. His place was in the mind of the client. So she or he is easily hypnotized by that person. It is not the art. I mean, if that person who are knowing the art, how to control this guy, and they are at their mercy, whatever they give them, they accept it, and they say, oh, his word has great effect. Why you not become the peer of your own children? You have no time. You have time in your own luxuries. So on the one hand. On the other hand, you control a lot and say, oh, this is good and this is bad. We should be very decent. We should be very polished. We should be this and that. And on the other hand, you are watching those movies. What type of movies? You know better. You are going to those clubs. You are doing all those things. You think these things are okay for me, but I should come home and preach the people and make them disciplined. So please try to understand it. If you want to listen to some person, you should be a model yourself first. If you have no control and you keep on preaching your children, they will be saying, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, dad, yes, ma. And when you are gone, they are free in their own system. They will go to those neighbors, those friends who are of their nature. They talk about sex and other kind of things and other kind of activity. They get together, do these things. Oh, I love this thing. Moreover, please keep in mind the early stages. Sometimes, oh, the male is sleeping with the female, and the elder one is not married. Sometimes they play with these children's organs. Give them a before time so many severe kind of shock, psychological shock that remain effect on their whole life. So those who are not married, why they are doing manipulating and playing with these kids who are innocent? They are spoiling their life. You're just playing with their organs and this and that, being happy or kissing and touching and doing all kind of things. So please don't mind it. This is happening in those culture where there is too much restriction. But on the other side, also you see what is life. Oh, you go to school, parent no time, you have a co-education, they will tell you about sex, they will give you a condom also, and you are doing experiment and doing this and this. This is also another world. What will be the end result in this age? On their career, on their thinking process, on their personalities, on their future. So, I mean, I'm not blaming some person. I'm not a I may be having more force than any person, but I'm just saying what I have observed, I'm sharing with you. It's up to you. You may accept it. I'm not preaching. Please don't take that I'm saying you are wrong and I'm right. I'm giving you yashaduna, observe, yatafakkaruna, think, yalamuna, get knowledge. What is knowledge? Based on reasoning, not self-made knowledge, not self-made theories. Is it not interesting? I have been in the United States, did my PhD, MS from here. At that time, homosexuality was taken as a disorder, sexual disorder. Now they say no, because the human being, where they are progressing, their theories, their concept are developing and changing with the passage of time. But God has, who has creator, He knows better than me and you, because He controls life or death. our sexual system, whatever it is. So please keep in mind the final authority is the creator knowledge. It is all in the holy book. That's the reason in the past, when the people are following those moral, ethical values, people are well disciplined, well controlled, very organized, and very systematic, and very polished. When under the liberty and movements and this and that, we went to extremities, then every extremity is abnormalities. It may be your simplicity or it may be your cleverness. So the thing is this, I'm not saying anything, I'm just giving you the scale of extremity. Zero is extremity and 100 is extremity. So whereas you are in the middle and according to law of nature. So sorry, I just gone down this point too much. So when these things based on this principle, later I found some male or female in my clinic that he want to does not like his husband and wife because his habits are not. She doesn't looks like my wife, my like my mother, and my mother is my ideal because she brought me up and I am dependent on it. And this is the main problem of their marital adjustment and sexual relationship. Same is when they want to have a marry in those culture where there's strict relation system. Here in the West, mean you have a choice, you have understanding, you can get married, and their marriage is so based on sharp means limited time that they do not understand to each other only in certain dates, and after that when they get to, I'm not saying about every case, some those cases those which are clinical in nature, please don't count it with the general knowledge, general population. So what happened, because it is based on the timely factor. So after that time, they lose their interest with each other. There is no such strong bond. There is no some family relation to bring them together. There is no friend to help them distant because the culture gives them freedom to each other, and under the freedom, this thing, both are unable to have a flexibility to come to the common point. So you understanding me that I'm not saying that use your knowledge or thinking. So in ideal based on parent role and the parent role in the handicapped children, I told you, and there are different kind of marital adjustment in that respect. I mean, you marry, it was proposed by my parent. Okay, I have this marry, I met this lady on this and this tour, and we have this thing. You marry this thing that my mother was died, she set this relationship with me. I try to understand it. She has gone. Every person has an understanding. Try to develop some understanding. Some have some time together, and this is the thing which will problem in the marital adjustment, in the mood adjustment, the thoughts acceptance. Every man or woman has their own concept, ideal of a male and female. They should see how much it is close to me, and they should express to each other that this is my need, this is my demand. Are you coming to it or not? So it should not be a just get together, marry, and then who will be responsible for the children? Because your fights would have an effect on the children, and what type of he will develop concept for his future, for his marital life, for his security in life. So please, whatever I'm saying, it is human nature. It is not my self-made some story. I'm telling you, the human nature is very complicated. So it is said that we should be careful in that respect. And these marital roles, later on, the parent can help them, the friends can help them, and they can have a counseling, and they may go to some expert also who may go through certain kind of exercises to develop the three level. I mean, understanding self. No, so many people don't know what they are. Let them know what they are. Then what is the opposite sex? What is the opposite sex? What is their need? Then what is their partner need? And then bring them both together. Then they have a communication with each other under the observation of that therapist. And then you should go and have practical experiences and develop a mutual understanding. Signal mean understanding signal mean their psyche signal. And so they may communicate and go step by step like a partner, not like a just it is a compulsion or you want to kill time or I have come and I have to give this time. I'm exhausted. Oh, she may not say that I'm not giving attention. You are under exertion. You are unable to help her emotionally what she was looking. So, in short, my main concern is this. My program name is Solution is Potential